The hospital room was far too quiet for a 9-year-old girl.
Machines hummed, monitors blinked, and yet the atmosphere carried a stillness that weighed heavy on everyone who walked in. Emily Carter lay in her bed, pale but smiling, her small hands clutching a teddy bear so worn its fur was almost gone. Despite the tubes and wires surrounding her, Emily's eyes still sparkled with the curiosity and innocence of a child who hadn't let sickness steal her spirit. Emily had been fighting a rare form of cancer for over 3 years. Her parents, Sarah and David, had spent every ounce of savings, every sleepless night, and every prayer they could muster to give their daughter a chance. But the doctors had been brutally honest: Emily's time was running short. There was little more they could do, except make her comfortable and grant her what little happiness they could in the days ahead. One afternoon, as the golden rays of sunset filtered through the blinds, Emily whispered something to her mother. Sarah leaned in closer, brushing a strand of hair from her daughter's forehead. "Mom," Emily said softly, "I have one last wish.
I want to meet John Kennedy."
Sarah froze, her heart aching. She knew exactly who Emily meant: Senator John Kennedy, the man Emily had seen on television countless times. While other children admired singers or athletes, Emily admired Kennedy's sense of humor, his wit, and his way of speaking truth in a world full of noise. To her, he wasn't just a politician. He was a man who made her laugh when she was in pain, who gave her hope that honesty and kindness still existed in the world. Tears welled in Sarah's eyes as she nodded.
"Okay, sweetheart. We'll try." But deep down, she wondered how could she possibly make this happen.
Kennedy was a busy senator, constantly traveling, working, speaking.
And Emily didn't have much time left.
David, her father, decided to write a letter. He poured out his heart on paper, telling Kennedy about his daughter's bravery, her laughter in the face of fear, and her one final wish. He mailed it with little expectation, but he couldn't bear to leave any stone unturned.
Days passed with no reply. Emily's condition worsened. Hope began to fade. Then, one morning, Sarah's phone rang.
She almost didn't answer, exhausted from another sleepless night at Emily's bedside.
But when she picked up, a calm voice said, "Mrs. Carter? This is Senator John Kennedy's office. The senator read your letter, and he'd like to meet Emily." Sarah broke down in tears, unable to speak.
2 days later, John Kennedy himself walked into that small hospital room. He didn't arrive with cameras or staffers or fanfare. He came quietly, carrying a bouquet of bright daisies, Emily's favorite flower. When Emily saw him, her tired eyes lit up with a joy her parents hadn't seen in months. "Senator Kennedy," she whispered weakly, "you really came." Kennedy sat beside her bed, gently taking her tiny hand in his.
"Of course I see.